built on the backs of legends like Tony Dorsett, Hugh Green, Mark May, and Mike Ditka give it the toughness that is epitomized by anyone who plays in the Steel City. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Pittsburgh Panthers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Scarlet Knights will kick it off to get us underway. He'll call for the fair catch here. The offense lining up for a first down play. Out of the gun, the inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Good blocking, good running, pickup with 6 out to the 30. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume. It'll pay off big time late in the season.
The Panthers have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Feeling some heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack. Starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Pittsburgh.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Pitt will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He's got great speed. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. At the 45, on his way. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Now on first down from the 43-yard line. He's going to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, they'll do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on its shoulder. And back in conference realignment, it was the best four programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC. So this one will be interesting.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds a spot in the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Scarlet Knights will hustle to the line. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the ball is picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Wide receivers, they might at least have a hint of diva, right? Like they're always open, aren't they, according to them? And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback because when they do throw that hand up there, you want to throw them the football. You want them to have confidence. You want to force feed them. You want them to really have that confidence at an all-time high. Sometimes you force them a little bit too much. The defense takes advantage like they did right there.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Looking for a productive play on first down. Leaves it with the back. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defensive end understanding football, understanding that I got to keep outside contained. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his response.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, and after not getting any sacks a week ago, we knew he was going to be a little frustrated, but he told us this week he wasn't going to try to press. He was just going to go out in this game, be himself, knowing the numbers and the stats would come. He's off to a great start in this game.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
Right back to it. Tackle is made after the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. It got him looking wide, but they're going to throw it. And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. Early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And the Scarlet Knights will punt this one away. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. The handoff to Johnson. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. On the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
Here on 3rd down for this offense. Quarterback checking the play. He'll take it himself. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner. Just exhausting.
Direct snap. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Bunch formation for these receivers. He's looking to throw. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle? And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Wants to throw on second down. He's going to take off. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, that's just an amazing individual effort, trying to get back as much yardage as possible to set up a third and manageable situation, right? Nice job in the open field, understanding the situation. You obviously cannot take a sack at this juncture on the drive, so do what you can do to put your offense in a good position here on third down.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. They're trying to get to him. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
And the Panthers are marching down the field. Leaves it with the back. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds.
Well, the ball carrier there was just hoping his speed was going to get him to the outside to turn the corner, but nothing working. Defense forces him out of bounds for a loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He'll ride his man on the option. Now the toss. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
They'll come to the line needing 4 yards for a first down. They're already 2 for 2 on this drive. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Around midfield, go for it. This isn't 1930 football. Try to get the first down. Going to try to get it himself. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. At the 35, he's got room. Taking it the other way. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights.
Yeah, how about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick, and not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
Got it in the middle. It's Hoffman. Brought down short of the goal line. 2-point try is no good, and it's still a 6-point game. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Here's the handoff. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The give to the back. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. It's complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Quarterback will audible. Wants to fire on second down. Finds a man in the middle. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Zings it complete to the right.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Pitt. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. LSU is down, but they are not out of it. Not in Tiger Stadium, a place Bear Bryant once said was like playing inside a drum. Maybe the best home field advantage in football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Arizona State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Comes out throwing on first down. Immediately fires to the middle. Really nice job there by both guys, the throw and the catch, to work that defense and get the first down.
When you're a defense, you have a choice. Do you play man or do you play zone? They sat back in zone. That might change. They might change their mind and try to switch to man here shortly in the future.
Nothing but green grass down the middle. He's at the 10. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Fair catch, called for and made. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Bringing it back. The 40. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Rutgers. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Runs through a tackle. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Pitt will try to boot this thing deep to start the second half. From inside the 15, here's the return. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Off the play fake. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Rutgers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I think sometimes QBs know before the snap who they're going to. You could tell he looks to the right immediately, knows his guy's going towards the middle of the field, reads the safety, put the ball on the money, over the linebackers, away from the safety, gets the big catch, and he walks into the end zone for a touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete.
Not seeing. Between the QB and his intended target on that play.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, looking to throw. They're bringing heat. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. Pitt pushing the pace. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll pull it down. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
That's how you earn your first down the hard way. Really good job by the QB dropping back to pass, scrambling, getting the first down, but taking a big shot at the end.
Power football with the run. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Here comes the option. He'll toss it. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Quick completion on the out. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Trying to get to him. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
Dialing up a second down pass play. The throw to the outside is complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Using his legs to buy some time. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he intercepts it. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
Man, that is just great awareness by the big fella up front defensively. He did a good job just reading the quarterback's eyes. He knew where he was going with the football, and he's like, wait, these interceptions, they're not just for the little fast guys. Us big guys can get it done too.
They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Hoffman. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
They'll run it from the gun. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
The Scarlet Knights getting set on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Eight-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. They'll run play action. Coming after him. Got it! He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
And the Scarlet Knights trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving away from pressure. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. And the stomping has commenced.
Number 27.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. They'll try it again from the one on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. And the beatdown has ensued. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? In this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He wants to throw. Getting some heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a 1st down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that 1st down.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Feeling some heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll give it to Johnson. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And just, they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the 4th quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and catch a little bit and throw the football around.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down. kick right back to the line. The snap sets up to throw. Forced out of the pocket. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. Right, listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
Firing to the right, complete. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
Nice pitch, nice catch, and listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to, and this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll go to the ground. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. From the gun on 3rd down. It's caught. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up this scoreboard.
The Scarlet Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They want that clock to run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Off play action. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to him. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
And the Scarlet Knights line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Looking to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Pitt pushing the pace.
I like the running back there on the route that patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And the pass hits, picked off. Looking for more room. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. South Alabama is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up by 22 over the Royals. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Quarterback checking off. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the fourth quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. On the move. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Trying to find his man on first down. Got his man quickly. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. 5 wide receiver formation on 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And the quarterback is snowed under.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disrupted. They've been all over the field.
He's going to run it. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. They want to run this quarterback. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Panthers racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll throw it on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Smith. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Tune in to the Ocho, 8th play of the drive coming up. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Pocket starts to collapse. And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack.
Offense facing fourth down.
Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.
Timeout, Pittsburgh.
I guess they believe the entire field is 4-down territory. A bit of an odd choice, but they'll go for it on 4th and 12 miles. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he'll be tackled, and that'll bring us to the end of the game. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.